Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from.
What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss house. Boss out, can't poke through the. Here to talk to the boxer. Shakur Stevenson is hurting his brand. Let's talk about it. I made a video about this before. I'm gonna make another one because the dude keep doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just gave him credit last video. I said, man, the dude ain't really talking, and then, you know, I spoke to something. Shakur Stevenson has been expressing. He coming off like he hating, bro. Let's just keep it 1,000. He coming off like he hating on Tank, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real talk. Like, you see a lot of these dudes, they come off as if like they hating. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Tank, Teofimo, same thing. I got a video coming about him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with Shakur, as great as a fighter he is, right? He's his own worst enemy. What do you mean? He fights, he builds himself up. His mouth tears him down. Just like it said in the Bible. His mouth tears his house down. His own mouth. He say stuff, bro, I'll be like, that's not smart. Right? Like, when they asked him in the past about, hey, you gonna re-sign with John Frank, or you just gonna go out and hear everybody else out? Hell yeah. I mean, hell no. I'm gonna go hear everybody else out. That was what he said. Right? He trying to be real. Bro, that's not how you answer that question. Right? But he young. So let me teach this youngster how to answer this question. Hey, are you gonna, your contract is running up. Do you plan on re-signing with Top Rank? Or, you gonna go out, and be a free agent and just kind of hear everybody out? Well, I'm not worried about that at this current time. Top Rank has done a phenomenal job with giving me the opportunity for me to grow into my adult self. I'll worry about that when the time comes. As of right now, I don't have a definite answer. I can't answer that, 1,000% right now. But, when that time comes, when I know for sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna see by my actions. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my actions be louder than words type of dude. When that time comes, you're gonna see by my actions, you're gonna see, what all I'm gonna do. That's all you need to say. You don't need to say nothing else about, yeah, I'm gonna go listen to Floyd, or I'm gonna go listen to, you don't need to do all that, right? Then you tweeting talking about what Floyd told me about y'all, and Bob, he even got full control of his company. They trying to take it from him. They doing behind the scenes stuff. They some snakes. Bro, why are you saying stuff like that? Then you hate on Tank. Tank finna get the Loma fight. Oh, he fighting, out of prime Loma. He's 36, but you wanted to fight him. So if he's an out of prime Loma, if Tank fighting out of prime Loma, then you fighting out of prime Loma, if I'm not mistaken, right? And it's crazy how there's fighters who are coming from the outside who are getting these fights with Lomachenko before you. Now, he also said the reason why he's not getting that fight is because Top Rank is doing with him like what they did with Bud. What do you refer to, boss? When Manny Pacquiao was with Top Rank, Bud wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. And Bob Bam simply, admitted, later on after Terence Crawford left, he did not want Manny Pacquiao to fight Terence Crawford because he knew Terence Crawford would beat Manny Pacquiao. And he didn't want to see Manny Pacquiao go out like that. Right? So that's what Shakur Stevenson is referring to. He said, hey, they know that I'm going to do Lomachenko dirty. That's why. That's not why they don't want you to fight him. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm not 100% sure you even beat Lomachenko either. I know the Tank fight is 50-50. The Loma fight, 50-50. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% sure you beat Loma either. You know what I'm saying? That's what even this 36-year-old Lomachenko, I'm not even 100% sure you beat him. So it ain't the fact that, hey, they feel like, oh, you're going to demolish him, so, we don't want you to fight him. No, that's not why. You don't sell, right? And this is not one of them situations where, oh, man, they all use that, it's a scapegoat. No, it's facts. If I'm Lomachenko and I got the opportunity to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, who's selling out arenas, doing 1 million plus pay-per-view buys, who am I going to fight? I got to choose you or Tank. I'm going to fight Tank. Why? Because win or lose, it's gonna up my profile, right? Based off my performance, win or lose, right? I get paid, right? That's just what it is. I get to be a part of a mega event. Like, do you not understand how this works? I'm fighting you. I mean, it'll be decent. You know, I got a belt, you got a belt. Loma and Shakur fight, I got a belt, you got a belt. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been saying about Shakur, man. Shakur's a great fighter, but he worried about stuff he can't control. He too busy worrying and crying and hating on everybody else. Just focus on yourself. That's all I want him to do. Focus on Shakur. Fight your fight. Stop looking across the pond, looking at this nigga. Tank fighting this dude. You hating on him. You hated on the Frank Martin fight. You said Frank Martin is average, and you claim that Frank Martin, the only reason he gained popularity is because of Shakur. Frank Martin, you can make the argument, has fought better fighters at 135 than you have. At 135, I'm just saying, Frank Martin at 135 has fought better competition than you have. You ain't fought nobody. Your toughest test was Edwin De Los Santos, and look what you did in that fight. We got to keep it focused. Right? And this is why I say Tank beat Shakur. Right? Skills alone, the mental aspect of it. Look what Shakur is doing. When stuff get difficult, he panics, he folds, he does all this emotional stuff. He tweets, delete the tweet, or he expressing himself on social media. Okay? When you get to that top tier level, if I'm Tank, I'm pressing Shakur. I'm getting in his head. You want to know why? Because he's shown me that. That's why I be sitting. People don't understand. People want to pay attention to the physical attributes. Yes, the physical attributes is phenomenal. But that's not the reason why I'm sitting here saying Tank beats Shakur. Tank beats Shakur because he going to outsmart him. He going to get in. He going to do all the pre-fight stuff, right? He going to find a way to annoy Shakur, just like he did with Frank, right? The moment, everything, all that's going to play a part, right? See, Shakur, he causes. I saw somebody say Shakur, bright light Shakur Stevenson. All right, cool. We'll see, though. But me personally, I feel like all that gonna play a factor whenever they fight. The moment, the antics, the pre-fight antics, all of that, it's gonna play a part. He gonna be shocked at everything. Tank gonna get in his head, bro. Pause, no did it. That's what I see. Because he emotional. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with these youngsters, man. They really emotional. Like, they get in their feelings. They gotta tweet everything. Like, everything gotta be expressed on the internet. Like, this is what I think. Bro, the world don't care what you think, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta keep it 1,000. The only reason, and let's just be real, if you didn't have money, would the world care what you think? No. Right? We men. Right? This is the harsh reality about being a man. Nobody really cares about you until you pass away. That's when they point out all the good things you've done. When you alive, ain't nobody telling you all the good stuff you done. That's real talk. Another thing, I was listening to comedian Rob Black. I think that's his name. And he said a joke. He said, nobody give a damn about that daddy. He said, what do everybody say? On my mama. On my mama, I ain't do this to you. Everybody care about their mama. Everybody care about the woman. Nobody care about the man. Right? That's the harsh reality of our world. So, you sitting here crying on the internet thinking people gonna care. They don't give a damn. And I'm sorry to be frank, but that's just what it is. That's the harsh reality of our world. So you sitting here complaining, hating on this other dude, just fight your fight, bro. Stop worrying about Tank. Stop worrying about Devin. Stop worrying about Lomachenko. Stop. Just fight your fight, bro. Fight your fight. When is it? July 16th? Whatever. 13th. Fight your fight. You know what I'm saying? Get in there. Well, Runyon, make a statement. You know what I mean? Go on a free agency, sign who you gonna sign with, and then start your new journey. That's it. If you gonna leave Top Rank, then leave them. You don't need to make an announcement every time. You know, hey man, Floyd told me about da da da. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. You are a fighter, right? Get in there, get it cracking, right? If you gonna resign with Top Rank, hey, come up with a new brand marketing plan. If you gonna sign with Eddie Hearn, because I've seen that he talking with Eddie Hearn, hey, come up with a brand marketing thing where you can, grow your platform, right? That's what it is. Shakur gotta face the harsh reality that he's not as big as he think he is. He's skillful, right? But styles make fights. You could be the most skillful guy in the world and lose to a dude who ain't even on your level. Why? Because of game planning. Look what happened to Devin. Everybody was saying talk about the PEDs, but Devin lost because of his game plan and that left hook. That's what it is. He couldn't stop it. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it funky. And Ryan wasn't intimidated by him. Ryan and fought Cub like 6 times. So he know Devin Haney real good. He like, boy, he ain't got nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to listen, bro. I'm telling you. Shakur Stevenson got to focus on himself and his brand. That's it. Focus on himself. Focus on his brand. And he will thrive. But if he come out here and he trying to, I'm gonna, look at Tank. Tank, look, man, Tank really, he ain't really fighting nobody for real. He fighting better competition than you. He fighting better competition than you, and he fighting better than you. Your best performance was Oscar Valdez at 130. Since you been at 135, you've been pretty average. You know what I'm saying? Nobody looking at you is like, oh man, Shakur, you know what I mean? And this is the thing. Shakur has the capabilities as to being that dangerous fighter. That fighter you like, man, I don't know if I want to fight him. He has that capability. But you know what I mean? You don't know. You don't know what you're going to get from Cub. You know what I mean? And there's always some built-in excuse. Man, because this is another thing. After the fight between him and De Los Santos, he said, I'm not going to make no excuses. Right? That's what the man said. Man, I ain't going to make no excuses. I just didn't step into the plate. Once everybody start getting on his head, pause. Oh man, it was my shoulder. Bro, you said you weren't gonna make no excuses. Nah, you sitting there talking about, my bad, your hand. Excuse me, I misspoke. My hand. It was my hand. Like, what are we doing? You said you weren't gonna make no excuses. Now you're making excuses. I don't understand the logic behind it. You see, when I sit here and say, hey, I don't make no excuses, I'm not gonna make any excuses, that's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna make any excuses. You get what I mean? That's not what I'm doing. So if I sit here and tell you that, hey, I'm not making any excuses, that's what I'm sticking to. You're not gonna hear me make any excuses and try to say, hey, yeah, I'm not gonna make any excuses. But, no, there's nothing else to say. I don't need to say anything else. I don't need to, there's nothing I need to say. If I say, hey, I'm not making no excuse, that's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. So I just think it's a lot that young man gotta learn, bro. He gotta learn how to, whatever he say he gonna do it. Because he didn't, I'm retired, I'm done with boxing, and then, oh man, I'm back. I'm not bashing them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but when you see the inconsistency in somebody's statements, you got to call them out on it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's just like the same thing. When I sat there and said, hey, Errol gonna beat Terrence Crawford, you know, now granted, people told half of what I said. They didn't point out that I said, hey, Errol got to fight a complete fight. They didn't sit there and say, hey, they didn't, in my videos I made, they didn't show that, hey, I talked about how great of a fighter Terrence Crawford was. No, they just pointed out the fact that I picked Errol and they was running with that, which I don't understand that. And I only use that for, and then, you know, same thing with Canelo and Caleb Plant. You know, I could go down the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll take like one thing and then run with it. You know, half of them be watching the whole video. They just watch that one part and then, oh, you see, you be like, nigga, you ain't even watched the whole video. I can tell by your comment. You emotional. Just like the last video with the Shakur fans. Because I said I'm picking Tank. They ain't watched the whole video. When I sat there and said that, hey, Shakur's a great fighter, you know, and this, that, and the third, I said, or the fact that I said, hey, Shakur gonna be up on the cards on Tank, but, you know, Tank gonna catch him. They ain't pay attention to none of that. It was, oh, he said Shakur's gonna lose. You're gonna be sorry. You're gonna cry when your fighter loses. I don't. What does Tank losing got to do with me? I'm trying to figure that out. If Tank loses Shakur Stevenson, good job, Shakur. If Shakur loses to Gervonta Tank Davis, good job, Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't. It has no effect on me. I'm not gonna celebrate if Tank wins. I'm not that type of dude. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off what I see. I have no emotional ties to no other man. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I do. I only have emotional ties to my wife. I don't do that fugazi stuff. I know it's Pride Month, and thank God this month almost over. I know it's Pride Month, and y'all want to celebrate, so y'all want to, you know, but we don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to get your mind right and stop with all that rainbow talk over here, because you come over here with that, you getting cooked. Off the rip. That's just what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.